And welcome back to RDU for a third time. Got a Delta Mad Dog landing. I think it's a 717 MD-95. Today's catch that brings me back here is the Cat Vomit Brown slash Desert slash Classic livery of Southwest to this airport. Even though I said last video it'd be the last time, then the video before that I said it'd be the last time. But we start with Mad Dog Hour. And now Frontier has the runway and will be taking off to whatever place it decides to go. I don't have FlightAware with me today, so I won't be checking. But today is the day of our 2 Fedex arrival. Well, 3 Fedex arrival. One that comes in the morning, and 3 Fedex departure. So we have 2 Fedex landers to finish the day off. But right now, say goodbye to the Frontier Lynx. And now our Chicago flight, or Denver flight, but definitely not a Newark flight, done by United. Now this time I do promise this will be the last RDU video, because I'm now packing for Charlotte, but I decided to come back for the Desert Cat Vomit Brown that Southwest is sending here from Atlanta. Because why not? Haven't seen it yet. Mad Dog Hour continues. Trying to figure out who this is as it comes in. Looks like Delta. But I'd really love to see an American one before I go back to Charlotte. Delta continues the Mad Dog train and the arrivals. It looks now like we have either a big Airbus or Boeing breaking up the Mad Dog train. Still trying to figure out who it is, while American taxis over to the runway. 27 left is currently under a repave maintenance, part of our approved plan. Oh, it's Alaska! Oh, goody. Good job, Alaska. But 27 left, as I was saying earlier, is currently under repave. So everything will now be coming over to this side, which is to my pleasure a very good thing. As Alaska taxis to its gate in the United side of the terminal. And now for your feature presentation in a couple weeks, your CRJ to Charlotte. Now, I remember seeing this one this morning, and I know that this one's the one to Charlotte. Yay! American hub. Well, ready to get used to it, because going back to Charlotte, going back to American, going back to the world's largest regional jet operation in history. I'll probably see this plane in 2 weeks. For our Southwest Blue Locust old livery, not as old as what's about to show up, but old enough, taking off probably to Kansas City or Dallas. And we have a Boeing behind it, which is good news as it's nearing 5 o'clock when our Atlanta Desert Flight paint scheme, Cat Vomit Brown from at Cochranville. That's all I know how to call it at this point. Should be arriving shortly. Very low rotation, but he's up, and away. Now, for our lander. Who might this be? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. The Southwest Desert Cat Vomit Brown livery. Welcome, Southwest Retro Jet, Golden Desert Cat Vomit Brown, however you want to call it. Been a good month, good summer for special Southwest planes. And now, see if we have a go-around, or if this Delta will get off in time. I think it will. As a private jet takes off behind me. And the CRJ rushes to get out of the way of another Boeing lander. Sorry for saying another weird. Not sure who the Boeing is. We shall soon enough find out. And our lander is probably American. Yes, it is. It's American. Like I said, we'll be getting used to this, because going back to Charlotte, whose airport is almost only American. And now, for a Delta, what I think is an ERJ, if I got the nose correct, Delta regional flights to somewhere. Well, it can't be far with that early rotation. As we have another lander. Busy day at RDU. Busy, busy day. I've yet to identify what this is. It's probably another American flight. Or a Newark flight. It is a Frontier flight. Now, what animal is this one? That is the question. Oh, it's United. Wow. Sucks being wrong, but you have to be wrong at some point. And as what I presume to be our Newark flight starts up behind me, the Mad Dogs continue to rake it in. Another Delta Mad Dog. Now, is this with the competition flight from Atlanta? Which it should be, presumably, which will make this an MD-88. Or this is just another 717, 712, or MD-90, MD-95, Identity Crisis Mad Dog. Looks to be in another Identity Crisis Mad Dog. Ouch. And now for another American, regional, semi-regional, no more than transcontinental, but smaller American jet, going probably somewhere west of here, like Texas or something, or Chicago, somewhere American. Or maybe DC, because look how light it is. It's already about 1,000 feet above me. There is a lander going on, but we have a fire truck. I wonder what emergency this might either be, or what they're preparing to do now. Now the lander looks to be like a small American jet, like an E-145. But I'll keep an eye on that fire truck for you. Oh, this is a red, white, and blue 145. Beautiful. Now you can join your American Eagle cousin over here. The fire truck was a false alarm. Oh well, that's a good thing though. As we have United take the stage for its takeoff once the private owner clears the runway. This looks like a Newark flight with the radical winglets and all. This is a Newark flight. I've been here roughly 35 minutes. And I've had decent traffic and a decent battery life. Still looking for possibly another battery so I can avoid the dead battery indicator next time. Time for American 737, probably 800 variants, to take off and go west, way west of here. It's not a Charlotte flight, it's too soon for another Charlotte flight. But it's not too soon for Dallas-Fort Worth Mad Dog replacement flights, which makes me sad. If you like the shiny MD-83s that American has, leave a like or a comment, something to show your appreciation for the MD-83 and its many years of service for American Airlines. Time for Mad Dog. Time for the Mad Dog to get up, get busy, get up and move its body on out of this airport. Probably back to Detroit or Minneapolis. They don't go to Cancun anymore. At least not from here. I'm not sure if that was seasonal, if that was just a permanent move not to do that anymore. But this is definitely not an Atlanta Mad Dog. But it's still an identity crisis Mad Dog that we all still care about. And it is now time for our JetBlue to Fort Lauderdale. I remember this one because it's Fort Lauderdale on our last video. So JetBlue to Fort Lauderdale, taking off now. Next one should be for Boston, as United quickly takes the runway behind it, probably preparing for an immediate takeoff behind it once turbulence clears, as bugs continue to pester me behind the camera, in my face and on my hands, being in the way of this JetBlue shot. And as noted, here goes United! Radical winglets. For Southwest, blue, locust, old clothes, old livery, anything but new, 737 to the west or Baltimore. This may very well just be to Baltimore. Is this a Max? Might this be a Southwest Max? Nope, not a Southwest Max. Would be cool though. This is American. Feel like I'm back at Charlotte already. For another landing by a plane in white. Maybe with the radical winglets. It's American. It's American. Oh, it's sad. United has a lot of gates open. I was hoping United would be showing up. As Frontier lines up on the runway for its takeoff. Frontier Airbus is on takeoff. Roll. Now I believe that this is a Lynx. Said the last one was a Lynx because they're both cats. But this one I'm 100% certain is the Lynx that is stationed at RDU. The Frontier Focus City. As we continue to empty out Terminal 2, found out it's Terminal 2, so I'm sorry. Southwest comes to fill Terminal 1. Which isn't all that big, but it's not always all that busy. Southwest new livery to Terminal 1. Nope, Southwest old livery. Jeez. Is this finally our first Newark lander in nearly an hour? No, we continue the American landings. Delta hasn't had a landing for a minute. Southwest just ended their empty streak. And American continues to fill up its portion of the terminal. Probably the Charlotte flight. As Delta lines up for departure. Delta taking off. Looks like the Salt Lake City flight. As I hear thrust reversals in the background. Probably from runway 14 and some private jet. It is now time to say goodbye to Satan's chariot. The CRJ that nobody likes. Now, is this a private jet or a regional jet? Looks like a regional owned by Delta. Which is correct. As another Delta is going to take off behind it. Farewell, Delta Regional Jet. You will sort of kind of not be missed. Departing is our Identity Crisis Mad Dog. So many Mad Dogs today. Most of them MD-95s. All of them Delta. Because I was not here early enough to see the American here goes Southwest, right behind the Mad Dog. Probably gonna be an early rotation to take off right behind it and miss the turbulence. Is back! Yay! The Delta to Paris is about to leave. We have a Delta leaving on the runway right now. And the Cat Vomit Brown is back. Yay! I get my thumbnail. I'm very happy to get a thumbnail with the Desert Gold Cat Vomit Brown plane as the picture. Now, if you're enjoying my thumbnails, I would love to know what I can do better, or what you enjoy about them. So please, let me know. As our golden plane continues to taxi over, Southwest, probably from Baltimore, is landing to replace it. I'm actually really sorry. I didn't actually look. Oh, it came from Atlanta. I actually didn't look where it came from for a second. So Atlanta Exchange by Southwest. It is an honor and privilege to get all of these special Southwest liveries as our Newark flight downstairs starts up. It's actually probably a Chicago flight. Delta to Paris is backing out. Everything is going according to plan and on schedule, as the plane I came here for is taking off in all of its glory. Thumbnail shot. Finally, the first Mad Dog to arrive since the Mad Dogs all decided to depart. If this one's American, this will make my day. Please make my day. No, another Delta Mad Dog. But it's okay, it's still a Mad Dog. These will be around for much longer. And by much, I mean like 2 years worth longer. Identity Crisis Mad Dog. MD-95 Boeing 717. I'd like to apologize to Mad Dogs everywhere. That was an MD-88. Canada just landed. Didn't record it because it looked so small. Couldn't tell what it was. And Delta Mad Dog is leaving once Canada stops taking up the runway. You don't get your song today because you're taking up the runway. Move. Okay, back to the Mad Dog. Do your thing. Create noise. Make the Walmart down the street literally have boxes fall off their shelves. There's a Walmart this morning just up the street from the airport, and a Mad Dog MD-88 roared over and the boxes literally came off the shelves because they're that loud. The pattern was also going the other direction, so it was on takeoff, not landing. Still waiting on our Fedex flight. Which I think this might be it, but it looks a bit small. No, it's too small. I wonder if this is a Newark replacement because all the Newark gates are legitimately empty. All Newark gates are empty. Which is actually rare. This is a Newark flight or a United flight, more honestly. So the gates shall get its airplane. Another Boeing, not our FedEx flight. Still waiting on FedEx. As JetBlue waits on Paris. Looks like another Southwest. Now Now, is this old school or new school? It is old school. And our takeoff order for 27, right? We have United on the runway, then American, then Delta to Paris, then our Eskimo buddy Alaska, and JetBlue, which should be to Boston. Haven't had JetBlue land yet, but JetBlue has taken off. It's had its presence in the video. United, reaching near 200 miles an hour, gets off the ground, rotates, puts gear away, and heads off to its destination. As American takes off, our London flight's backing out. Getting all the big jets right now. Makes me really happy. All we need is our 2 Fedex flights, and we can leave. Because this makes me happy. All the big jets are on time. Unlike last time where Delta had the massive delay to Paris. That amazing sunlight coming off of that 777-200. Sorry about the camera work. The biggest jet we get. Beautiful. As Delta Charles de Gaulle Flight Paris takes the runway, waiting for our propeller plane to stop lollygagging in the skies. Makes its right bank in Delta to Charles de Gaulle. It's free to have fun as a 767 going to France. Da 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 da. Goodbye, Alaska Airlines, my Eskimo buddy. Question to the viewers who are still here. Does anyone know who exactly is on the tail of Alaska Airlines planes? Like, who is the person that is now the logo of Alaska Airlines? Put that in the comments. Let me know. By the way, I am slowly approaching 300 subscribers, and I'm wondering what I should do once I get there. Let me know. It's been like 10 seconds, and they've already started rotating behind them, or taking off rather. Forgot who this is already. Oh, it's JetBlue to Boston. As our London 777's taking off. Taxiing over to takeoff. Hope JetBlue enjoys the turbulence just walked into. Da 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 London is going to receive their flight in roughly 7 hours, and they will enjoy a nice, quick Night trip over the Atlantic Ocean to cross the pond over to London. Wishing them safe travels to visit the Queen. I wonder who is landing now. It looks to be Southwest, because I'm still waiting for my Fedex flights, as a flight prepares for its final in the background. Looks to be in the new livery. It's not a Max, but it does have winglets, but not split scimitars. It just so happens, as we have a lander right now, which I'm hoping is our Fedex flight number 1, that was a Max. That maximizes own fuel efficiency, seating, and profit. Missed split scimitars for a second. They look different, and they are different. Nope, just another American flight. Still waiting on our Fedex. Southwest now taking the runway. Slowly getting tired and less commentary can be thought of. So, if you don't like my commentary, good for you. If you like it, I'm sorry. Just have no thoughts at the moment. Finally, something worth viewing. We got ourselves a Mad Dog. Now, what variation is this of a Delta Mad Dog? I think all of our DFWs -1 actually are now not Mad Dogs from American. What Delta variation is this? Waiting to see if I can see eyebrows or not. There are eyebrows. Still looks like one of those 95s, not sure. Don't have my flight aware on me. Flight radar, flight aware. One of those. I have neither. Now, waiting for this American. Probably to Philadelphia, based on the way the plane looks. To take off and go where it needs to go. FedEx. Are you finally the first FedEx supposed to show up? 'Cause that'd be nice. I think we finally have the first FedEx. Unless he wants to be mean and be American. Nope, we finally have the Feds. Yes, the FedEx plane is finally here. FedEx number 1 is down. Been here nearly 2 hours just for this one plane. And of course, the Golden Desert one from Southwest. That's still a long time to be waiting for a plane without anything meaningful taking off and landing process. Here goes our American Boeing 737. Probably our Charlotte flight, if not our Dallas-Fort Worth flight. There's actually 2. So it has to be one or the other. The other one's in timeout. This is our Charlotte flight. That's our early rotation. And just like that, Dallas-Fort Worth is right behind it. Now just wait for our second FedEx and we'll call it a day. Whenever the camera dies, whichever comes first. I have 2/3 battery left. Probably been halfway for a minute now. As the Americans leave. RDU. Now our second FedEx flight. Never really got a plane type for it, so I'm not sure what it is, but I just know it is our third of the day, but second we will catch. Not sure if it's big or small. Just know it's FedEx labeled, and I do know they have smaller planes if need be. Now that first one was from Mother Memphis. The second one will be coming from Louisville, so I think it should be bigger. As a regional jet comes in. As our Delta fires up, as another Delta taxis in, or is getting towed in to take its place, what I think is our side of the runway. My side of the terminal. As United comes in for a landing. We are now saying goodbye to our shunned Canada flight. As it cut off a Mad Dog today, so it gets no song, it will leave in shame. Now we'll check my phone for when the FedEx is supposed to be here, and if it's worth staying any longer. I have checked my phone and have now confirmed that we actually get 2 Memphis flights now. Well, 3 technically, but 2 in the afternoon. And once this one lands, will be the 3rd lander in, and we shall call it a day. It is an Airbus 306. The other one that just landed was a Boeing 763. Freight, of course. As our Delta to RDU Mad Dog replacement. Atlanta Delta to RDU Mad Dog replacement is here. One less MD-88 for us to view. as our CRJ comes into land. Our Fedex has just crossed the border near Henderson, North Carolina, with a Southwest waiting to take off to what I thought is Kansas City. That is MCI, if I'm correct. CRJ coming from Boston. With Southwest now taking the runway. Obviously it's gotten deathly quiet as we're reaching the end of our landings, actually, with a lot of cancellations happening, tallying the landings down to about 10 left for the night. I'm catching the next 3 of the last 10 because I'm not staying here till 11. Wow, that person must be mad. Southwest begins its takeoff to Kansas City. The next lander will be a Southwest St. Louis to RDU. And then finally, without further ado, we will have our last extra Fedex of the day. I think St. Louis is landing right now. Nope, just another private jet. And now our Delta CRJ taking off to who knows where. I don't care if we're checking on it right now, as we're about to end the day. Let's go and get one more Delta takeoff before we get our final landers, as now the Kansas City flight is coming in. See the LED lights in the sky, Boeing 737-800. Way over there, preparing to touch down at RDU. Probably going to stay the night, take off tomorrow and begin the whole thing over again. Oh, that plane does have a third engine. I was right. As the dead battery indicator pops on, but we must pay our respects to the tri-holder once it comes out the building from behind the wall of doom. You have to pay our respects to it. It's a Falcon. Tri-holder, tri-holder, tri-holder. Nice. It's been a month since I've seen a Falcon. Might as well stay and watch the Mad Dog take off. There's a Falcon taxis to its rightful place in the terminals with the other private jets as king of the private jets for tonight. As the Fedex finally makes its final base turn for our landing, and should be the next thing our camera sees, as our camera will finally fulfill its destiny and not die on us, as the dead battery indicator just came on, meaning I have 15 minutes to catch it. There you go, MD-88. Back to Atlanta. And finally, arriving right now, after making me wait an extra 20 minutes, making me pay for an extra hour, Fedex A300-6. This extra flight is actually really good for the area. More mail means more business means bigger airports, meaning more planes means bigger planes means more destinations and more frequency to said destinations. Because now we have 3 flights to Memphis, albeit they are freight flights. FedEx is still serving us Memphis 3 times a day. And touchdown. Now, officially, permanently, promise, swear, this will be the last RDU video until after a Charlotte one comes up.